enrolled in public policy, I was going through this concept and looking how I can simplify this. Okay, so first is literature review. So let me tell what is literature review. It is basically what different people's sources say about an issue. Okay, I will explain it simply with the daily life example. Then I will explain it with a policy example so that you can first understand the topics and then also understand the topics from public policy point of view. Okay, and then synthesis is what do I understand when I connect all of them together. Okay, that's all. So first picking up in examples from daily life for literature review. Okay, daily life, it is from India's women's perspective. Okay, examples. See, the topic we have choose is women's safety while commuting. Okay, so examples will show what will pick up, that will be the literatures. Here the sources, daily life sources, and in public policy literature sources. And review is what they say, and in public policy similarly what they say. Synthesis, your integrated, my own integrated understanding, and public policy also the same my own integrated understanding. So in daily life, our resources is from the daily life sources. The topic is from daily life sources. Okay, that's you're getting. And in public policy, the topic is from debated and some things the issue has coming. And for literature, the sources will be the published articles from the international and international bodies, agencies, published by an authors in newspapers, magazines. Okay, and even some podcast. So I have to check what they are talking. They have talked previously. Okay. So in daily life, the topic is women's safety while commuting. My literature is my own experience. Yes, other women in bus and metro, news about crimes, that is the newspapers, government self-line posters that I do see uh, on the road. Okay, on the in the society. So these are my sources of literatures equal to public policy. In literature review simples, from my own experience and other women's in metros, what I get, my topic is women's safety while commuting. Okay, so safety related, women feel unsafe at night, and news about crimes and other women in bus and metros that saying the crowded transport increase harassment. Yes, other women in bus and metro, other women in bus and metro, they are saying crowded transport increase harassment. And government helpline posters, what they say helpline exists but response is slow. They don't take immediate action and response. So in how I will, after doing this review, how I will synthesize this. My synthesis means my own understanding. Okay, so women's mobility is constant not just by crime. Okay, not just by crime but by weak enforcement and poor lightings. Weak enforcement, that way getting that helpline exists but response is slow. Poor lightings, that I will get from sources is that who said this, that women's in the bus. Okay, unreliable response systems. And yes, government self-line posters and other sources, the safety policies focus only on punishment, ignores everyday infrastructures and trust deficit. So yes, from the synthesis, what I understand what I, after doing that review, what I understand, that this things, this is the cause, or this is the things. Yes, basically this is the cause and for what this is happening. Okay, and then I will find what is missing. Yes, then I will find what is missing, and why missing, and so that what point is missing there, what cause is missing, that that can that need to focus and that can bring change, improvement in these sections, okay, such as safety policies that focus only on punishment, ignores everyday infrastructure and trust deficit, okay, that crowded uh, transport, that is the infrastructures and trust deficit, that we are getting such helpline exist, response is slow. That is the my synthesis, my real thinking, my own understanding by this literature review. So my your connected experience, my media and policy, okay. So this is uh, the synthesis and literature review exercise, exercise have to do, we can do practice in that our daily life. Now I will pick up a good topic from public policy point of view, and I will tell teach how we can do this exercise in public policy, okay. Just a minute. This is not, this is a template I make. Introduction, scope, theme 1, cross themes, gaps in literature, conclusions, okay. Yes, and one more thing, I have made the template for literature review and synthesis, okay. See, uh, in introductions template, that introduction, why these topics matters. When I will choose a topics, I have to make the context that why these topics matter, okay. The scope and sources were, so what kind of literature we looked at, from which sources we defined. Then we have to thematic literature review, okay. Why we are reviewing the literature, so we have to identify the themes, the main ideas, the topic sentence means what this literature is saying, key points from the sources. Thus, these studies indicates that evidence from multiple contexts shows, however, some research highlights is, okay. Theme 2 against the topic sentence and key points from the literatures. And you can make a small synthesis that this is what and this is what. And against theme 3, as per the literature, you will go for you will find things. Cross theme synthesis, that is that ultimate synthesis you will do. And yes, then we'll see what gaps is there, so what more to do, so that is ignored, and what need to change, and conclusions, okay. So let me what I'm saying. Yes, yes, here that I promised that applying this concept of that we do in the daily life, and the templates, we'll apply it in the public policy literature review and synthesis, okay. So we have the topic of topic A, Mandegas and women's empowerment. So introductions, why this matters, okay. Why this is matters, Mandegas and women's empowerment, we have picked up this topic. Mandegas is one of India's largest social protection programs and has been widely discussed for its potential to promote women's empowerment. Recent debate focus on delayed wages. Yes, the topic will comes from the debate discussions and the issues from that. Okay, recent debate focus on daily wages, feminization of participations, whether employment guarantee translate into real empowerment beyond income support. The scope and sources, okay, for literature review. The review draws on government reports. We'll check government reports, academic evaluations, policy brief by institutions such as Ministry of Rural Development, World Bank, independent researchers examining gender outcome under Mandega. So thematic literature review, theme 1, that we will get from that literature's sources, okay. That we think get the theme 1's economics empowerment through rapid employment. Topic sentence, a large body of literature finds that Manegas enhance women's access to paid work and independent income. Paid work and independent income. What are the key points? that women's participation rates are consistently higher than men's in many states, which incomes improves consumption, smoothing, and financial autonomy. Payment into bank account increase formal financial inclusion. Okay, payment into bank account. So these are the points we'll get from the literatures. Mini synthesis together, these findings such as the Mandela strengthens women's short-term economic security. This is, comes from one literatures. So next, from the next literatures, we'll get another topic. Another theme. The theme is limits of empowerment and structural constraints. Yes, limit of empowerments and structural constants. The topic sentences, however, literature highlight income gains do not automatically translate into broader empowerment. So, what are the key points we do get? The key points is daily wage payments, cares burdens and local gender norms restrict work ability, limited skill development constraints upward mobility. Okay, and yes, we can do a synthesis of the literature itself, but the ultimate synthesis will becomes later. So see, we do review two literature. This is and you get two themes, theme 1, theme 2, and we write some small synthesis under this and then cross theme synthesis. What is the cross theme synthesis? While Mandela expands women's access to paid employment, its empowerment potential is mediated by wage, regulatory care responsibility, and local institutions' capacity. The literature shows that empowerment emerged not only from employment but from interactions between income security, time autonomy, and supportive social infrastructure. So, this is the synthesis of this two literature review. Then we will find the gaps that on which we will work on. Okay, limited research examines long-term impact on decision-making power, mobility, and intergenerational outcome, particularly across different social groups. So in conclusions, what we can see that overall Mandela contributes to women's economic empowerment, but its transformative impact depends on timely payment, child care support, and convergence with skill and livelihood programs. So these are the things that we need to focus and to work in the next policy. So this is the purpose and the way of doing literature review and synthesis. We have learned how we can do this from our daily life, and by picking up the topic of women's safety while commuting, and so we pick up the topics from a public policy point of view, that is Mandela's and women's empowerment. We have since why this topic is important. So this topic is important that comes from the debate itself, and that comes in the newspapers articles and the journals. Okay, and we find out the sources from where we can we'll see what is already talked, how they who they talk, on which topics they talk. Okay, and then we'll pick up that literatures. We'll give it themes. As we read the topic, we'll find the themes and the topic sentence. What is this, and why on what this literature is talking about. Then key points. Then again another literatures, and then we'll find a synthesis. Okay, and then we'll find the gap from the synthesis after doing the synthesis, and then we'll find a give the conclusions and policy implementation, so that what needs to be done in this topic of public policy, so that it goes and works well. So this is what the literature review and synthesis. Hope you understand. Okay, that's all. Thanks.